Okay, so in this clip, I'm just going to kind of show you using therapeutic ultrasound. I mentioned it a bit in the PowerPoint. There's also some of those articles that are listed there. In this instance, we're going to kind of pretend the scenario of carpal tunnel syndrome, reduce inflammation here in the carpal canal. So with this guy, protocol is you want to cover the surface area 2 times the area of the sound head. Typically, you'll see this is like the traditional sound head that's typically used. There's also a smaller one that I'd like to use in like smaller like parts of the hand, so like with the intrinsic muscles. But with this guy, carpal tunnel, I think it works just great. So if you look at it, this is the sound head, right? 2 times the area, so just kind of double the space. So I kind of go like in this area right here in the carpal canal. So again, I have this guy set right now for 1 minute just for this instance. Typically I'll do 5, and then we're set at 0.8 watts per centimeters cubed. And then we apply the ultrasound gel so that we have a bit of kind of just helps transmit through the transducer through the head. And so we'll just hit the start button here, and the nice thing is it'll just kind of beep at you when you're done. I like to spread it out a bit, and then I start kind of covering that area of 2 times the sound head. So here I'm kind of focused in the carpal canal, going a little bit under, going a little bit over. And you don't want to go too fast, you don't want to go too slow. Remember that if we keep it in one spot for too long, we can cause a deep heat and deep burning. So we kind of want to keep that sound head on the move and keep as much surface area contact as we can throughout. But again, I'm just only going to do this probably honestly less than a minute. I just got like 20 seconds left. But just kind of an example of how to apply it, the kind of the speed that you want to be using it in. And so it'll kind of look different depending where you're using it. So like, for example, if I were to use the smaller sound head, I would use it in instances where perhaps I'm trying to break up adhesions within the finger, maybe over the first dorsal compartment, so over that APL and the EPB. But essentially, that's kind of what you do, and you're doing it for about 5 minutes, depending on the area. The intensity also depends on the area. But in this instance, we did 0.8 watts per centimeters cubed for a minute, but typically I do 5 over the carpal canal. And just the key thing is twice the size of the sound head. If you go wider than that, it's going to be a little less effective. If you go smaller than that, again, potential for deep heating, deep burning. But essentially that's kind of the gist of it.